everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout today. And today I'm doing scrapbooking 2 photos of my darling great nephew from a visit to see him and his parents in June. They were living in Kansas City at the time, moved back to Virginia to their my nephew works for the military, but he is not in the military. So he's a civilian working for the military. But in a lot of cases, it is kind of run like you're in the military. So anyway, they did a TDY, so temporary duty assignment in Kansas City. And we went to visit them because they were a lot closer to us than when they were in Virginia where they lived. They've now since moved from there as well. Anyway, so there's my sweet great nephew. I just mounted the photos there on that pattern paper. And all of the pattern papers here are from the Project Life Becky Higgins Clementine kit. So that's where that green chevron and the kind of the word paper are from. So I just like, the words are okay, but they weren't, I don't know. I liked them. They were okay for the layout, but I thought, I'm just going to use them up, right? I like how they kind of look with this. I like the background. I am adding in some Memento Dewdrop and gray flannel to help define some of the edges of these pieces. So they just weren't standing. The papers are so pale, they weren't standing out. And I did another layout like this that I really wanted to ink the edges, but I thought inking the edges would be too harsh for the layout that I did. And that was a layout about a note that a friend wrote me, or a friend's sister wrote me, called I Think You're the Best is the name of that layout. And if you go back, it was only a week ago, I believe, that since I actually posted that one. So that would be easy for you to find. If you go to my scrapbook process videos, it's right in there. So I took 3 strips of paper from the same collection, that Project Life collection, and just kind of cut them to whatever length looked good to me. And then I had to shorten one and straighten out, well, I'm sorry, I straightened out 2 of them. I'm sorry, not Shori, by the way. Anyway, I straightened a couple of them out and shortened a couple of them. So then I had mounted this little wood arrow piece, or not arrow piece, ruler kind of piece. It's on a sheet with ruler pieces from a Chamel collection. This might be from her original collection, or maybe it's True Stories. It might be True Stories because of the heart. I'm not sure. Whatever. Those 2 collections are so old, her original and the other one. You won't be able to get a hold of them unless you get bits and pieces. So I mounted that to the bottom there, and then I decided it needed something else, like a pop. So I added in that orange camera paper that is also on the right side in the paper strips as well. Realized that I had not inked those, and same thing here, I had not inked these, so I'm going to come back and ink them just so it's all consistent. And I'm, playing with fire here because I'm not taking them apart to do this. But in the end, I think it works out just fine. Doesn't always work out just fine, but it did in this particular case. And I didn't have to ink, all the sides of all the papers because I'd already put them down. So I had covered quite a bit of them except for this particular orangey yellow piece here. All right, so I'm going to pop that back up underneath. There was and I can't find it, but there was a Pinterest sketch that I used to kind of inspire me. It had paper strips and it had a piece of paper like where the photos are mounted, and I think there was a little bit of something in that bottom left corner. I actually flipped the sketch. It was the other way, so I flipped it horizontally. I have a Pinterest board. My Pinterest name is Kelly Oblak there. And I have a Pinterest board with lots of ideas, lots of sketches and ideas. So I have a sketch board, and I have a regular layout board, and a layout for square photos board. And then I have like an embellishment board. I have a color inspiration board. So if you're interested, that might be an interesting way. So now I'm looking for some embellishments, and I find that wood arrow from Basic Gray. I think that's a cool thing to add to kind of echo that. Now I'm looking for a title, so I decided to use these foam alphas from the Paper Studio. It's the alphabet stickers in the formal navy blue. Hey guys, there's also something I want to talk to you about since I'm going to put this title on quickly. I've had a couple of people, actually more than a couple of people lately, friend me on Facebook. I think they're seeing me on message boards and that kind of stuff. If you're one of those people, just so you know, it's not that I don't like you. It's that the reason I'm on Facebook is to communicate with in real life friends and family. I do not post anything scrapbooking on Facebook at all. So if I haven't friended you on Facebook, it's because I either don't know you well or I don't know you at all. And I'm just trying to keep that private because I'm pretty public here, obviously, because I talk about lots of different things. Just told you, where we visited my great nephew, or I, show you places I've been. You obviously know I live in Wisconsin or southeastern Wisconsin, even if you pay attention. But I need to keep some of that stuff private. So anyway, it's not that I don't think you're a good person if you try to friend me on Facebook. I just don't friend people I don't know. All right. So I am just kind of playing around with this L Studio die cut there that says, it's a big square label that says details, and I'm going to use that to journal on. I did add in a navy asterisk on the bottom left there by that wood ruler piece, and that's just to bring some navy in there. I want to bring some more navy in here as well to bring that cluster in so that I have navy at the title and then the two clusters. So there's the diagonal asterisks across from each other. Normally I'll go diagonal left to right, how we read. In this particular case, it was right to left if you're looking from the top to the bottom, just because that's the direction. Your photos, if somebody is looking a direction in your photos should face into the layout. If I had put these on the other side and not flipped the sketch, both of those photos would have been looking off. Now, yes, they do look off, but there's still space between that far left photo and the edge of the paper. Otherwise, he would have been really looking off. All right, guys, so I just added another label from L Studio to, I'm going to put a date on there. And then these puffy star stickers, those are from that's L Studio, and it's just puffy star stickers. They do monthly additions to their collection every month, and it was in one of those. These are older. So I added some green stars to bring in some of the green from this layout. And this is all about my nephew. He was teething, so he was eating his own toes and his stroller. He actually put bite marks in his stroller there and kind of wrecked the vinyl, which his father wasn't happy about. Anyway, guys, there's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye.